So it's super simple when you want to pull out an espresso. Just plug out a portafilter, knock it down, wipe it clean, make it dry, grind the coffee, don't let the heat form, and then you gently distribute the coffee, tamp it, plug it in, press the button. That's about it. But why the fuck do you want to mess it up between your grinding and pulling out the espresso shot when it's so bloody easy? So the video is about what not to do between grinding and between pulling out the espresso. It's super simple, but the way you make it difficult and make it wrong and using old habits, I don't think so you should be doing this. So please watch this video, share, subscribe, and send it to the brewer who actually does that. One is underdosing. Underdosing is when you basically have a basket which can fill 18 to 19 grams, but just to save cost, you're using just 7-8 grams of coffee. This is called underdosing. So this will never give you good coffee. Mistake number 2, overdosing. Overdosing is when you basically have become super enthusiast and you've filled it up and there's no way that you can basically prepare a puck. Because if I even try it right now, let's try this. Overdosing is basically when you got a basket of 19 grams or 18 grams, you're using like 20, 25, 30 grams of coffee. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not putting this inside. So this is overdosing. Take number 3, not measuring your portafilter before you basically grind the coffee. You should always measure the portafilter and take exact amount of coffee that you intend to have for your recipe. It takes like a fraction of a second to just weigh it. Any cafe not weighing this is gonna be in problem unless you've got a grinder like this, which you've calibrated and this stays for a long period of time. I won't say it will be like this. The grind size or the quantity will be given consistently all throughout the day, but for a long period of time it does. So in between you should keep checking on this grinder, on the dose. How do you tamp the coffee? I guess 300 ways of not to tamp the coffee should be the video. Number 1. Are you guilty?
Yeah. Do it again.
This, you don't tamp it like this. You don't. You don't. Alright? You don't basically want to stand on this thing. So I've seen a lot of brewers just like, I don't know, like they're basically flexing their triceps or I don't know, like standing on it and then I don't know what all. Once you have tapped it, so I want you to see from the top what happens. The reason you don't do this is, if you have tamped it, and the reason you don't have to tap it on the side is because now you will see the coffee coming back. You see this? You basically broken, you've created a crack. On the surface you think there is no crack, but below there are cracks which is basically causing channeling. Your tamper is not your distributor. You don't have to tamp and you don't polish. This is called old school polishing. You don't do that. You don't have to do that. You get a distributor, you get a tamper. There is a reason for each being different. The distributor distributes the coffee. The tamper just flattens out the coffee. It need not be polished. I've seen brewers doing this. I don't know for what bloody joy. Like, you've tamped it so beautifully, it is so leveled and everything. You just do wipe, flick, wipe. You don't do this. But you don't have to turn so you don't do it for this, But you will see a lot of brewers doing that. You don't have. The worst thing that you can do while you're preparing a puck is you flatten it out, you've done everything, and then you see these small particles somewhere and you decide to introduce your COVID breath onto it and do. You don't do that. Alright, any brewer doing that, please return the coffee, please step outside, never do that. Then, the next thing that you could do wrong is, you prepared a beautiful puck, you prepared like nice, distributed well, tamped it well, but what you do is, you basically bounce it off the portafilter, off the group head. You hit it over here, you try to figure out where it is. It's not your shoe that you're trying to put inside, alright? You just have to be very gentle and then just squeezing. That's it. It's not rocket science. It's not complicated. It's almost like you're basically scratching your Mercedes Benz or whatever. You can't do that. You just have to gently put it in. So make love to the machine. Don't get it. Yeah. Oh yeah. The reason why your machine gets fixed or your portafilter gets fixed to the group head with just your thumb is because it can do it just with your thumb. Please show your biceps, triceps, your physique, everything somewhere else. Do not hold this and do it like this. Don't. Like, you just messing up the group head. Do not do that. You'll see a lot of cafes having their portafilter angle not at this angle, but it'll be somewhere over here and somewhere over here. So it's already messed up. Your coffee is gonna be shit as hell, right? So don't do that, please. Any brewer doing that, please kick him out of your cafe or maybe train him better. You dare give me a coffee which basically looks like your portafilter looks like this. Wet, right? Wet things are supposed to be somewhere else, but this, you cannot put it over here and then grind that thing in that and give me the coffee. Don't do it to anybody, right? It's cheap as hell. It's almost like somebody giving you a thick, beautiful shake, but putting a straw inside, but first licking it and putting it. It's almost like that. Do not do that. So please clean it. Take like gentle 5-7 seconds. Clean it properly. Wipe it out. Don't let it be wet. Keep it nice, gentle, clean, shiny, and then just pluck it in and then put the coffee inside. Alright? Please, for God's sake. Yes, the judges do that order sort of a thing, but here, you don't have to be. The technique is basically you just hit this, the bottom side of this thing, to the rubber side of your tamping box. Alright? You just have to. That's it. It goes away. Trust me, it goes away. It's almost like. There you go. Abhi please jana chahiye. There you go. So there you go, man. It's as easy, alright? One technique that is very debatable and which I'm not a huge fan of is, I'll tell you something. So there are ways where you basically hold your thumb like this and then like just distribute it. But yeah, exactly. You don't feel, but international brewers do that, alright? There are a lot of people who do that. I am not a fan at all. You want a level ground of coffee, alright? I don't like touching my coffee ground, be it while manual brew or be it while the espresso is brewing, because a brewer basically touches a lot of things. Alright, there are a lot of things that I touch as a brewer. So apart from things like like knockbox or the things which are not clean, I would be also shaking hands, probably something like that. So I don't want my hand or my oily hands to be touching the coffee anytime, anywhere, alright? So to have a level bed, a better technique I would say is just while you're grinding, make sure you're moving your portafilter a little bit, swinging, alright, and just gentle tap so that it settles down a little bit. And you can just, or you can just, I'll tell you this. A simple way is you just tap on the side, right? Just on the side. That's it. There you go. There you go. It's so simple. I'm not touching the coffee, I'm doing nothing, and I'm also evenly distributing it. There you go. It's so nicely, evenly done. Yeah? And then I can just gently tap a little bit. Take this. There you go. So, flick, clean, clean, flick again. Just I love you.